back here with Rob Cushman, and you guys got another win on the road last weekend. Set you up to come back home for homecoming. So just kind of run us through that win for you guys.
Well, the first thing is we need to take a 9-hour to 12-hour trip every week and play on grass, because we've been pretty good when we've done that. So, maybe this afternoon we'll get them on the bus and
just ride around for a while.
Head up to the border or something, right around. It's kind of hard to explain how we've been so much better, so much different on those 2 long trips and on grass field. But the reality is we executed better. We blocked better. We tackled better. We made plays on both sides of the ball. The kicking game, with the exception of our kickoff coverage, was very strong. And there aren't too many real miracles in this deal. If you do what you're supposed to do and you do it better than the other guys more often, then you give yourself a chance to win. And that's what we did. I was really pleased. Defense has been strong all year. It's been nails, and they were equally as good. Gave up a few yards, a few points, but they're very, very strong again. The difference, really, offensively, we were much better, and that showed. Now we'd like to turn some of those field goals into touchdowns, but nonetheless, we're 5 for 5 in the red zone and scoring opportunities, and points all add up, and we needed every one of them.
You talk about the kicking, or mentioned the kicking game, and obviously John Hoff, UMAC Special Teams Player of the Week, tied a school record with 4 field goals. What is it like to have that weapon? I think for us back here, over the last few years, we haven't had that, but someone that can go in and just get you 3 points.
Well, I've had good kickers over the years, different places I've been, either as a head coach or an assistant, but I've coached probably 400-plus games in my career and never had somebody make 4 field goals in a game. So, 3 several times, but never 4. So it was huge. It was the difference. Again, from a coaching standpoint, a couple of those we should have turned into 7. But the fact John went in there and got us 3 every time, he was outstanding. That whole unit was outstanding. Willie Fust is our long snapper, and Chandler Erickson's our holder. Did a good job. But John's an interesting guy now. He doesn't let anything bother him. It doesn't matter if it's a game-winning kick, if it's Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock, if it's out in the parking lot. He just kind of goes out and puts his head down and takes his steps and kicks the ball. And he's like that all the time. He misses very seldom in practice. He doesn't have a 55, 58-yard leg, but he, from inside 40, he's going to bang it. And he's got a leg to kick it over 40 as well, too. But he's going to bang those all the time, and he just goes about his business. He's really nonchalant about it. He doesn't get too high or too low. Yep. And when he does miss, again, he hasn't missed in the game yet, but when he does miss in practice, you'd really not know it. He's not emotional like a lot of kickers I've had in the past. So it's a huge weapon.
You talked about the defense has kind of been your bread and butter, if you want to say. Kicking game's going, and the offense got a little bit going, you talked about as well. So, in terms of all that obviously being positive, but that's got to bring good, positive confidence to everyone on the team going into this weekend.
Well, you hope so. You hope that every week you find out more about yourself. You learn how to play the game at a different level. You learn how important it is to execute, in every situation and in all phases, all units. And that's what I was, again, so pleased with, is that all 3 phases really did a nice job. Offensively, we've had some big plays, but we've missed opportunities up until last week. So to take the ball in the last few minutes and drive 55 yards and score with 58 seconds left to take the lead was outstanding. For that confidence, for that, the guys, they've been on board, but now they know. Now they know that we can get it done, and that's huge. That goes a long ways. Confidence and how you feel about yourself is a huge part of all of athletics, and certainly football's no different. So that was good to see, and we did it with the run and the pass. Devin made some plays with his feet, threw a good ball to Kyle Petermeyer, who's had an outstanding year for us, and the offensive line did a great job. So, it was a matter of coming together, and then we got the big stop on defense to finish it, so it really was a team effort.
And you talked a little bit about Devin. You got his first start last week and talked about it, got the game-winning drive, very heavily involved was he in that drive. So what things impressed you that you saw from him last week?
He's also kind of unflappable. I mean, he's hard on himself in practice. He's a perfectionist. He wants to do everything well, and so once in a while he'll get down after a bad throw or a missed handoff or whatever the opportunity, whatever the situation is. But on game day, on Saturday, he's pretty tough. He's pretty solid. He competes. He wants the ball in his hands, but he understands what how to. He's not selfish. He understands what he needs to do with it. He loves the opportunity to make a play when we need it. He missed a throw or two, missed a read or two. I mean, it's going to happen. That's a very difficult position. But I was very, very pleased. His overall game was outstanding. And again, with the ball in his hands, he can make things happen. And I think he's getting better and better every week. And it really works at it too. He comes in, really studies a lot of film, and he knows the game. I think he's ahead of where most freshmen would be, and his play is showing that. We need that again, certainly this week.
And going into this week, homecoming weekend, people I think are a little pretty excited about where we're headed, where you guys have us going. The 2 wins already, obviously more than last year. 1 more win ties what we had 2 years ago, early on in the season. Going to try to break that streak that we've had in homecoming games. What is it going to take to get that victory this Saturday?
Well, first of all, MacMurray is much improved. I mean, I'm concerned. They've got a running back who can make you miss, and he's got great vision. He cuts well, and he's not a real tall guy, but he's strong and physical, strong legs. They're gonna get him the ball, and they're pretty good up front, creating opportunities for him. They throw the ball off of a variety of different looks and actions. Got some quality receivers. Defensively, they present a good challenge. Pretty stout up front. 2 very active linebackers. Big hitter in the secondary at safety. And both their corners are pretty good cover guys. So they're a much improved team. I know MacMurray hasn't been over the years the strongest UMAC team, but we got our hands full. So that's a concern. But for us to win on Saturday, for us to play, to continue this thing, we've got to do the things that we did last week. We've got to continue to execute on both sides of the ball. We've got to play with high energy. We can't make mental mistakes. You know what I was really proud of last week, and I know we're talking about this week, but I think it's going to be a key again, is we were really disciplined last week. We only had 2 penalties for 10 total yards and only 1 turnover. We fumbled a punt. And so that was much better. Taking care of the ball, no penalties, don't beat yourself. Give yourself a chance every snap, and that's what we've really worked on. Those become habits, I hope.
Yep.
And this week the theme has kind of been, the habits of a champion, the habits of a winner. Continue to do those kind of things. So Saturday, we're going to do those things. And I'm really disappointed how we played last time at home.
Yep.
And I think our kids are too, and so they want to show that we're a better football team and more like the team that played last Saturday on the road, and the week before we were, 2 weeks ago when we were at Greenville. But again, every game kind of takes on a life of its own. You don't know how it's going to go. High scoring, low scoring. Wind is a factor. I'm hearing a little bit tomorrow, and or this Saturday. So the reality is, again, there aren't too many secrets in this deal. You got to block and tackle, execute. I think we got a good plan on both sides of the ball. We got to find a way to make more plays than they do, and keep battling. I think the fans are going to see a confident team, but a team that really hustles and plays the game right. And that's what I'm most excited about. You talk about getting more wins and, putting the past behind us. And, again, I came here to win every game. And,
right.
But the reality is, unless you do some of the things I've been talking about, you don't give yourself a chance. So I like where we are because we're giving ourselves a much better chance to compete every Saturday. When you do that, you have a better chance to win.
All right, thanks and good luck.
Hey, thank you.